acknowledgement. Conscious creators, your desire to be acknowledged, your desire to be appreciated, your desire to be recognized is rooted in low value. Value that you have been conditioned to believe in, value that you have been conditioned to think is a prerequisite to your success, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, is something that you have been conditioned to believe that is necessary, to believe that is true. And what you do not understand is that in your seeking of these things, even unconsciously, those of you who don't even realize that you're doing it, in your seeking of these things, you're actually projecting, expressing the absence of the thing, as you are in so many areas. Those of you who are seeking to be abundant are not realizing that you are expressing the absence of abundance, which pits you against the idea and the experience of it. Those seeking to be in relationship do not realize that you are most likely offering the absence of relationship, the fact that it is not present, that you do not have it, and therefore you are expressing it and pretty much solidifying that you will not find it. Because your experience is the result of your expressing. And if you're expressing the idea and the feeling of the absence of a thing, then you are creating the absence of a thing perfectly and precisely. All things coming together with perfect timing for you to experience the absence, the feeling of the absence of that experience, and it reinforces itself on top of you, and you continue in the cycle until you break it. But acknowledgement, again, is rooted in low value. And we want to ask you to think about something. For those of you desiring to be powerful conscious creators, you understand that you exist on a plane of existence, in a plane of existence that operates or that has polarity built in it. Polarity meaning you have ideas that have opposing ends, just as you're positive or negative. You have confidence in the absence of confidence. You have wealth and abundance, and you have the absence of that wealth and abundance you call lack and scarcity. You have healing and well-being, and you have the absence of that, i.e. dis-ease. And so therefore, in your seeking of acknowledgement, there is the absence of acknowledgement. In your seeking to be confident, there is the absence of confidence. In your seeking to be respected, there is the absence of respect. Many of these ideas solidified within you during your childhood when you felt as though you were not receiving, where you put your faith, your emotional well-being in those outside of you who were quite possibly unwilling to give it to you because they were experiencing the absence of the thing as well, projecting that onto you. But these are ideas in polarity with polar opposing ideas along the same idea continuum. You are that which exists beyond those ideas. You are that which is whole now. You are that which is complete now. You are that from which these ideas are born, from which they stem and are interpreted through the mind. Think about that. What does that mean? That means that Source does not consider the idea of value or respect or acknowledgement or recognition or appreciation, just as the flower, just as the rain or the water does not consider value or respect or appreciation, recognition, honor. If you look out in nature, you see that the animals, the trees, the plants, the insects, the bees, they do not consider these ideas. And while you might say, well, they're not human beings, they're not beings who are human in which these ideas are represented, true. But they are also expressions of Source, and they give you insight to the operating of the truth of Source at its core, which you are capable of, which because you are. But you have been conditioned to misunderstandings. You have been conditioned in your mind to the mind of humanity, born in large part of low vibration. You must step out of it. And you can use nature as an example. The flower does not consider the idea of value. So who am I if I do not consider the idea of value? If I do not operate from the idea of value or the presence of value or the absence of value? Who am I? Do I still exist? Yes, you do. Who am I? Who are you? Who are you that doesn't consider the idea of confidence or its absence or the lack of confidence? Who are you who doesn't consider the idea of acceptance or the absence of acceptance? That doesn't consider the idea of love or not being loved? Respect or the absence of respect? Who are you that doesn't even consider these ideas, just as the flower does not consider these ideas? Do you continue to exist? Yes, you do. Who are you? Who are you without the consideration of these ideas, without the acknowledgement of these ideas, stepping out of the polarity ideas, the polar existing ideas, where you draw yourself closer to the truth of you in source, that is whole, that is full, that is detached, that is free, that is powerful, that is intentional, that operates with the greatest of resolve. This is the you that you will find beyond the identification with these polarity ideas existing now within the mind that appear to be normal. They're not normal. They exist within the mind. Again, most often born of low vibration. You are that which exists beyond. You are that which exists beyond the mind. You are the curator of the mind. And the truth of you in source is free of many of these ideas, free of many of these considerations, and you can be that now, walking physically. First, knowing intellectually. Second, putting in the play and practice of establishing yourself in the space that is free of these considerations. This is powerful stuff, dear friends. This is powerful stuff that directly impacts your life in the highest, that allows you to move into higher vibration more quickly at an accelerated rate, allows you to begin to operate from a place in which you are able to act on your inspirations at an accelerated rate, to create your intentions, your desires at an accelerated rate, and to allow those creations to gestate and develop in their own time with greater speed, if you will, because you are not offering resistance to them, because you understand the process, because you understand the truth of you, and you're no longer operating from ideas born and existing in polarity. This has a grand effect on your beingness and on your ability to create from that higher state of beingness. This is what we feel you must know. This is what we feel you must understand. We are thankful, grateful for the opportunity to share. We're thankful for the vessel. We're thankful for each of you offering fertile ground for these transmissions. We're here for you from our now non-physical perspective, offering that which we know to be true, offering that which we know will transform your life. We honor you. We celebrate you, and we love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you.